I'm going on my next cruise in just 4 days time. I haven't started packing yet, but in this video I'm going to share with you what I am packing. Now I'm about to go on my 10th cruise, and so I've picked up a few kind of tips and tricks along the way that make cruising a little bit easier. It is kind of very similar to a regular holiday, but there might be a few bits and bobs that you'll find helpful to take on a cruise holiday with you. So this fun fact is actually my first ever YouTube video on this channel. Now I do share a lot of cruise content over on TikTok, but we decided to start a YouTube channel so we could share some more longer videos and more tips and tricks with you. We also love to vlog our cruise travels as well. So next week we are flying over to Barcelona. We're going to be spending a few days in Barcelona before we get on board MSC World Europa, which we're very excited about. This is a new ship for us. We've travelled MSC before, but World Europa is a new ship for us. We're actually trying a new kind of stateroom as well. We've booked an infinite balcony, or sorry, an infinite ocean view, I think it's called. So it doesn't actually have like a balcony outside, but the window kind of like pulls down kind of halfway, so it's almost like a balcony. So please like and subscribe to the channel, because once I'm on the cruise there I will be vlogging as much as I can and we'll be sharing videos on this channel. So make sure you are subscribed to see those videos as well. We'll be doing full cabin room tours, we'll do ship tours, we'll do restaurant tours, we'll do port tours, everything, you name it, we'll be doing it. So I travel with my family. There's me, there's my husband Mark, and we've got 2 boys. We've got a 7-year-old called Jackson and currently 16-month-old little boy called Brody. So we love to share how we cruise as a family with kids. We've cruised before kids and now we've got kids as well, and it can be quite a different experience. So if anybody's ever got any questions, please feel free to ask me away below in the videos. I'll also share the link over to my TikTok where you can come and follow me over there as well if you like. So there are a few things that you might want to think about taking with you if you've never been on a cruise before. There are a few essentials that I would suggest you take with you to help you out and make your cruise more enjoyable. The cabins on a cruise ship are a lot smaller than maybe your regular hotel rooms. So especially when you're traveling as like a family of 4, there's not a lot of space, and there's not a lot of, I would say, like storage space for your clothes. First thing I would suggest that you take is one of these handy over-the-door storage organisers. Now this folds up really nice and flat to go in your suitcase, but it's got all the different compartments that you can pop toiletries in. You can use it to put clothes in. This will fit great for like kids' clothes. You can see I've got like a wee pair of shoes here. I've got my towel hooks. We're going to come on to those in a wee second. But there's so much that you can hang on that. So you could hang that over the bathroom door in your cabin. And following on from like storage ideas, there will be a lot of hanging storage, but there tends to be, on most cruise ships, there's not a lot of drawer storage, if any drawers at all. So what we like to take is, this helps 2 things. So we'll take packing cubes. So in the suitcases, we'll pack our clothes into these packing cubes. So this is great for like, especially my 2 boys, like I'll pack maybe like day outfits into one cube, evening outfits into another cube. But these packing cubes are fantastic. And actually what happens with these is they can double up as storage once you get into your cruise cabin as well. So you can slot these into, there's usually shelves that you can use. But, you know, for things like underwear and stuff like that, you want them kind of like organised to like be able to pull out and like pick what ones you want. So you can use these packing cubes as like almost like little drawers. You can pop like the underwear in there and pull it out, and it'll be easy to get to. So packing cubes are a great one. On to towel clips. Towel clips are another great idea if you've ever been out at sea. Sometimes when you're on a sea day, it can get quite windy. So you might want to think about taking some of these to peg your towels onto your sun lounger if your kids are going to let you do some sunbathing. Worth bearing in mind that you don't actually need to take towels with you, because towels will be provided by the cruise line. Now, another great tip that I want to share with you is you might want to take some clear luggage tags. Now, what will happen is you'll be sent some boarding passes to print off before you get onto the cruise ship. And once you get to the cruise terminal, you will drop your luggage off and they will take it onto the ship for you. And your suitcases will be delivered to your cabins later on. So you'll get a little ticket that you have to put in here that's got like your cabin number, etc. on it, and you'll attach this onto your suitcase so that they know where to take it to. Now, these are not an absolute essential. When you get your boarding passes sent to you, it does tell you just to kind of like double them over and you can tape them onto your case. So you can absolutely do that if you want, but we love these like clear luggage tags, and it's like a metal kind of like ring on it there as well. So that keeps things like nice and secure. We love these. Now, although I said that you don't need towels on board the cruise ship, you might want to think about getting some for when you go off the cruise ship, because you're not supposed to take their towels off with you. So we actually ordered these like microfiber towels, and they're great because they pack up into these like little bags here. So these are a really good size actually. This is a 90 by 180 centimetres, and it's a microfiber towel. It's quite thin but really absorbent as well. So like, let's say for example, we're going to Barcelona for a few days next week before we get on the cruise, so we'll go to the beach in Barcelona and we'll take these towels with us, and they'll be great for like drying off as we get out the water, etc. But they also, like I say, fold up really small to pack in your case with you. So have a think about that, because although you'll spend a lot of time on the cruise ship, if you're off in port, you might want to do like the beach, if there's, depending which port that you're getting off at. And you might want to take your own towels for getting off. So we've got 2 of those in the 2 different colours there as well. Those were a great buy actually. And they're not like that heavy. Obviously, with us flying over to Barcelona to get on the cruise ship, we have to watch like our weight allowance in the cases. So they're not actually that heavy either, which is good. Again, not an essential, but we always take like a little clear kind of travel wallet. So in here, on the day that we're traveling, we'll have all our like kind of plane tickets, we'll have our cruise tickets, we'll keep our passports in here. Any of the documents that we need for traveling, we'll keep in here. Now, what's great is most cruise lines, I think almost all of them, will have a safe in your cabin that you can keep all your important documents. So you could then, if you've got passports, etc., your money, you could just put them in this wallet into the safe in your cabin as well. So we like to use that. Right, this is a controversial one. Washing leaves. Now, on a P&O ship, they have laundries on most of the cabin floors that you can go. It's like a self-serve laundry. It's completely free, and you can go and do your own laundry. They've got washing machines and they've got dryers as well. So you do need to take your own like laundry detergent, but that's where these like leaves pieces, it's like a piece of paper, gosh, they smell amazing. You just pop these in with your washing, and that is your laundry detergent there. These are the Dr. Beckman magic leaves that I've got here. Again, I'll link them in the video description down below there. This is a controversial one when I talk about like doing laundry on a cruise ship, and MSC don't have like a free laundry, so we won't be able to do that on this cruise, but I will be taking them. We're staying in an apartment in Barcelona for a few days beforehand, and I do plan on doing a wash-in on the last day just before we get onto the cruise ship, so I've got like clean clothes as well, and it'll help us. We'll be able to pack less in our suitcases for going if we're doing some washing anyway. So those are a really good one. And then another thing that you probably want to think about taking with you is like your own like medicines, especially when you're traveling with kids. Like you never know when they're going to like get unwell, etc. So I'll never go anywhere without like Nurofen, Calpol, you know, that all that kind of stuff, like plasters, like all the stuff that you might want to take. Now, I've just got in a Ziploc sandwich bag. It's nothing fancy, like you don't have to have any fancy bag. The kind of main point here is I would definitely make sure that you take kind of medications, like, you know, like a first aid kind of like kit, like I've got plasters here with you, because although you can buy those things on the ship, they are much more expensive on board a cruise ship, and you don't want to spend all your time like off the ship when you're in port going to try and find like place to buy like medicines and stuff. So definitely do that. If you've never been on a cruise ship before, maybe take some anti-seasickness tablets with you, because you never know if the motion is going to make you ill or not, and it's a hit or a miss depending on how the seas are. I only got a wee bit of travel sickness on my very first ever cruise, and I've been fine ever since then. So you're better having it than not having it is the way that I see it. Can't believe I almost forgot to show you these, because these are probably one of my biggest hacks ever, and it's magnetic hooks. Wow, these are strong, these ones. Magnetic hooks. Now, walls in a cruise ship cabin are magnetic, so you can stick things to them. So again, this is a great thing for space-wise. You could stick these on the wall. You can hang things like handbags, your hats, coats, like anything that you want to, you could hang on the wall there as well. Now, these are the heavy duty ones, and these will hold like handbags, backpacks, etc., because they're so strong. That's those ones. But we also have like some smaller ones here as well. So you could use these for like lighter things, like jewellery, for example, if you want to like hang up your jewellery on the wall. You also get like a lot of sometimes like paper delivered to your cabin. You'll get like a daily planner, which is like usually an A4 kind of paper that's sent to your cabin to let you know what's going on the ship the next again day. So rather than having it lying about on the desk getting in the way, you could kind of like use a magnet and just magnet it onto the wall. So the little ones will be quite handy for that as well. These are a must that come every single cruise with us. Another thing you might want to think about is your hand luggage for getting on board the ship. Like I say, when you go to board the cruise ship, you're going to drop off your big suitcase and they will take that onto the ship for you. So you're going to be left with nothing. Now, sometimes depending on when you board the ship, it can be a few hours before you get your suitcase. And let's say you want to just jump right in the pool, or let's say your suitcase doesn't arrive before you go and get changed to go to the main dining room for dinner. You might want to make sure that you've got hand luggage packed with a change of clothes in here. So have a think about what you might need to use for the first few hours whilst you're on board. These are our hand luggage that we're going to use to get on our Ryanair flight. These are hand luggage size. So we'll probably use this for our first day on the cruise ship. You'll probably also want to use these on the last day as well. Now, when you actually come to the end of your cruise holiday, the night before, on your very last night, what you'll do is you leave your suitcases outside your cabin door, and they will take the suitcase off the ship for you, and you collect it once you get off the ship. So again, you've got to have a think about that last night. You'll have your pajamas, you'll have your toothbrush, your toiletries, etc. You'll need a bag for the last day just to carry off the ship with you as well and put all your last minute things in. So have a think about maybe some kind of backpack or maybe a small suitcase that you can take as well. The great thing about a cruise is that there's no luggage restrictions. You can take as many pieces of luggage as you want. So you could take 3-4 suitcases just for yourself if you wanted to. So knock yourself out with how much you can take. Just make sure you've got space to store it. Great tip for you is your suitcases slide underneath the bed in a cabin as well. You can normally fit 4 big suitcases underneath the big bed in a cabin there as well. Now, like I say, a cruise ship holiday is kind of a little bit different to like your regular land holiday. And when I'm packing for my cruise, I like to think about what will I be doing? What is my itinerary? Will I be lounging by the pool? Probably not when I've got like young kids, but if you've not got young kids, you might be. Will I be off the ship and walking a lot? And the reason I'm thinking about these kind of things is because I'm thinking about what will I be wearing? What will I need to pack for taking on this cruise? Do I want to make sure I've got like my comfortable trainers with me, for example? So we love to do a lot of walking when we get off the ship. There's usually coaches provided that can take you like different places when you get off the ship, but 9 times out of 10 we get off the ship and we just walk into like the town that's there. So we do tend to do a lot of walking when we're off, so I'll always make sure that I've got like comfortable trainers, comfortable clothing, maybe layers as well. Think about like the time of year. Are you traveling somewhere hot? Are you traveling somewhere cold? Is it definitely going to be hot where you need like a little cover up or something like that as well? We've got 3 cruises booked this year. We are doing MSC World Europa next week for a 7-night Italy, Malta, France and Spain. In July, we are on board P&O Iona and we're going to be doing the Norwegian fjords, which I cannot wait for. I've never been there before. I've been on board P&O Iona, but I've never been to the fjords before, so that's going to be a fantastic one. And then in October, we're back on Royal Caribbean Independence of the Seas, which is a stunning ship, and we are doing Northern Spain for that one there as well. So we've got a lot of content coming up this year for you. So like I say, hit that subscribe button, make sure that you're following along so you can see all of our content, and do please interact with me in the comments. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see, what kind of things you find useful, and ask any questions you like. Right, we're a couple of days later now and I'm actually at the stage where I think I can start getting some stuff into cases. I've spent most of today organising stuff like into piles, and I've put it on my dining room table. This is all the kids stuff. So I'm going to show you packing the kids stuff first, and then I'm going to do mine tomorrow. We leave in 2 days time. I'm leaving this a wee bit late, but I've separated this. Now, when I'm thinking about packing for cruises or for any holiday, I think like almost like day by day, like what clothes they need for like during the day, what clothes they need for during the night. So I've separated it into 2 piles, 2 kids. I've got my 16-month-olds and I've got my 7-year-olds. We've also got like hand luggage and stuff like that here as well. So this is what I'm going to pack into the packing cubes. And these will be really handy. Like for example, I've got a pile here that is all my 16-month-olds bedtime clothes, his pyjamas. So we can put them all into like one packing cube or put them in there with something else as well. There we go, first cube pack. That was quite handy. That's all his pyjamas, vests. Actually, I had room left as well, so we've got socks in there as well, and we've compressed it up. So again, that'll be super handy. When we get to the cruise, we can just literally pull that out the suitcase and pop it into one of the shelves in the cabin, and that'll act like a wee drawer. Let's get on to Brody's day outfits as well. I can pack them in another cube. Cube number 2 packed for Brody. So that has got all his day outfits. Actually, I had plenty of room in there, so we put swim outfits. I put his sleeping bag that he's going to sleep in at night. He's got a couple spares as well, so he's got another one for just now. And that's the majority of his stuff packed into 2 packing cubes. Now, it's worth noting that I'm not packing anything for evenings for Brody, and the main reason for that is he'll probably be sleeping, so it will just be changed into his pyjamas. Jackson has got some like lovely wee outfits to wear for the evening, but Brody will just be changed into his sleep suits. I'm hoping he'll either sleep in his buggy or he'll be in the cabin sleeping anyway, and it really doesn't matter what a baby is wearing. So that's the majority of his stuff packed. So I've still got his little like water shoes. This is his wee travelling outfit. So I've already got everything set aside, like socks, his wee shoes that he'll be travelling in. So that'll just stay out of the case for Monday. And then the other thing that needs to go in for Brody is some nappies. Now, all I'm doing, we're actually going to buy some nappies when we get over to Barcelona. Just to save on space in the case. But what I have got here is he wears Pampers nappies at night time, because I just find that like they're a lot better absorbent. It can go right through the morning without having to be changed during the night. So rather than try to buy Pampers over there, I'm taking one nappy for each night that we'll be away, and a couple spare as well. So packing them, and then I'll buy some, we should use Aldi nappies. So we're going to go to an Aldi when we get to Barcelona and buy those. But that is pretty much all of Brody's stuff. Now he is allowed, we were checking, obviously he's under 2, so on a Ryanair flight he has to sit on my knee. He doesn't get any cabin luggage, so he's sharing a suitcase with Jackson, which is fine, but he does get to take on some hand luggage, and it gave the size and it says it can be 5 kilograms. So what I'm actually going to do is, it says you can take a baby bag is what it says. So this is my wee beach bag thing that I bought, and I'm going to use this as a hand luggage for Brody. So what I've done in here is, I've already got this packed actually. This came as part of like the wee packing cube set. So I need to put another couple of things in here, but it's a couple of like wee toys and stuff that it can play with on the plane. It can play with while we're there in Barcelona for a few days. It can take them on the cruise. So essentially it's like this wee pop-it game that he plays with, and then loads of his wee cars. What I'm going to try and do maybe at the airport, you know, there's always like the WH Smiths. I think I'm going to get like a wee drawing pad and some crayons, and then that can go in there as well. And my thinking with this is that this can literally just go like under his buggy wherever we're going. If we're going out for dinner anywhere, wherever we're going, we just take this wee like pack with us. And I'm hoping that because he likes playing with these things, it'll be enough to keep him occupied. So we've got that in there, and then I've actually got, this is his wee like backpack that he uses as well. It's actually got reins for it. It's got like some wee reins that like attach on. So I got this because when he started walking, he was a bit of a runner and just like running everywhere. So in this is enough like nappies and stuff to do us until we get to like Barcelona to our apartment and we'll to get to Aldi. So I've got nappies, wipes, nappy bags, Sujicreme in there. And then the other thing that we're going to do is we're taking his wee insulated flask. So we're flying at like 7:30 in the morning on Monday. So I'm going to wake him up early from his like night sleep and give him like a bottle of milk. He gets a bottle of milk in the morning still. And then usually an hour or two later is when he'll have like his proper breakfast, has some porridge. So what I'm going to do before I leave the house on Monday morning is I'm going to make porridge and pop it in this like wee thermos like flask thing. And then I thought we could feed him at the airport or on the plane with his porridge. So that's what's in his wee hand luggage there as well. And I think that'll be pretty much it for his hand luggage. Right, I feel like we're actually starting to get somewhere with this packing now, which is good. So I'm going to move on to Jackson's stuff. That's my 7-year-old. So he's got a bit more stuff to take because we've got evening outfits for him as well. So we'll probably need a few more cubes for him. But fun tip as well, I don't know if anybody does it, he's got a few more pairs of shoes to take with him as well. I've just stuffed all of his shoes with his socks. I've put all of his socks like inside his shoes as well, just to save on space. So every single pair of his wee shoes that he's taken, I've just like stuffed socks in there just to save a bit of room in the case. So let's go ahead and, so again, I've got day outfits for Jackson, I've got night outfits for Jackson, pajamas for Jackson, traveling outfits, and swimwear as well. And then he's going to have a wee hand luggage as well, which I'll show you. So let's get his day stuff packed into a cube first. Now weather-wise, it's actually supposed to be pretty decent when we're away. I think like 17 degrees in most places. So I think Jackson will be fine most of the time with like shorts and t-shirts. So that's mostly what we've got for him, is like shorts and t-shirt sets. He's got like football strips. During the day on a cruise, like it's just super like relaxed, like literally wear what you're comfortable in. We do like to get a wee bit dressier on an evening, but that's just our personal preference. Again, if you didn't want to get dressed up, then didn't get dressed up. There we go, feel like I'm definitely getting somewhere now. So that was all Jackson's day outfits in that cube. I've actually run out of cubes, so I'm gonna have to get some more. Well, I've got smaller ones, but I need to get some more of the bigger packing cubes. And then that says pajamas, underwear, and his traveling home outfit in that one. So all I'm left with now, oh, in fact, I should have put, I'm just going to quickly pop a couple, he's got a couple of pairs of swim shorts, and there's a bit more room left in this cube, so I'm just going to pop his swim shorts in there as well. Can you literally hear my husband in the background, by the way? You've probably seen him walking back and forth. In fact, Mark, come here, because we've not introduced you on the video yet. He literally just says to me, when you packing my case? When do you think I'm packing your case? Oh. Never. I'm already packing for 3 people. I'm not packing for 4. So this is my husband, Mark. You'll see him, hi. You'll see him a lot on the channel as well, and I will try and pursue it and be a bit more talkative in future. Right, he's making his dinner anyway whilst I'm busy packing. So, but it has been working, I'll give him that. It's been working all day. So, right, that's that done, that's that done. So I'm literally just now left with Jackson's evening outfits which is just this pile here. So what I think I'll do with that is that'll just have to go in the case as normal, but that's absolutely fine. These are all sorted. Again, everything's sorted by outfit, so everything like goes together that I've put here. They're all in like, you know, the trousers is with the top that's going to go with. So that should make it, again, nice and easy when we're on the cruise for knowing what he's wearing each day. So now I'm just going to go ahead and actually pack this into the case, and I think we might have our first case packed. Right, the moment of truth. Will this all actually fit into the case? Let's see, and more importantly, will it be less than 20 kilograms, which is our weight allowance on Ryanair since we're flying to Barcelona. I do like these packing cubes, I have to say. This is making things pretty easy. Oh wow. Okay, I think I'm doing pretty good here. Right, this is Jackson's hand luggage. So it's a wee bag. We're flying Ryanair, so they're very strict on their like sizes that you can take. So it's got like handles here, but the reason I'm giving this one for Jackson is because it's actually on wheels and it's got a handle as well. So he can just like wheel that around the airport. So he'll have stuff in there like his iPad, his Switch and his headphones, but I think I'm going to pack in a couple of his pairs of like heavier shoes in there as well, just not to put as much weight in that case. Right, I think the boys' case is packed. Nice and organised with the packing cubes. I actually just had the over the door storage thing sitting there, and I just folded that up into this case as well because there's literally no weight in that at all. So I'm intrigued to see now what the weight of this case is. Right, we leave tomorrow. It's finally time to pack my case. I like to leave mine quite last minute anyway, because there's always stuff like as a woman that you want to use like right to the last minute. So I can pack as much as I can just now, and then I still need to like wash my hair and stuff tonight before I can put things like my hair dryer, my brush and stuff like that in. But I've done exactly the same as what I did with the boys' cases, and I've got everything laid out in piles already. So we've got swimwear pile, day outfits. You can see all of these are my evening outfits up here now. We are spending a few days in Barcelona, and I don't anticipate that I'll change for an evening in Barcelona. We're staying in an apartment with a garden, so I think we're just going to try and get the baby to bed, and we might just sit in the garden with some like wine and some snacks and stuff like that at night. So I didn't really need to be changed anything fancy for evening in Barcelona, but on the 7 nights of the cruise, what I've done is I've got a different dress for each night, and I've got my formal night dress as well. I'll show you. So I like to go quite fancy for formal night. I've gone with this like polka dot kind of number here with like wee tie like strap things, and so you can see my husband has got his tucks hanging up here as well. I've got him a nice pink velvet jacket for his tucks, which is really nice. So he'll wear that on formal night, and then he's got all these like other outfits for during the day. So a couple of tips that I've got for you, or things that I like to do anyway, is I like to think quite strategically about my outfits. So during the day, I've got an outfit sitting already, a travelling outfit. And tomorrow I'm going to travel and I'm going to wear my trainers with that outfit because they're obviously a bit more chunkier and a bit heavier. So I'm going to travel in my trainers, and then my day outfits for Barcelona and for on the cruise, every one of my day outfits goes with either these black sandals that I've got, or these tan sandals that I've got, or we'll go with my trainers as well. So I've got just them for the day. Then every single one of my evening dresses goes with either these flat black sandals or the exact same pair in gold as well. These are my comfiest ones. I'm a bit past wearing high heels now. I tend to take high heels with me and then never end up wearing them. It's just such a waste in the case. So I'm most comfy in my nice wee like flat sandals, especially now like having a toddler and stuff like that. So all my evening outfits go with them, and all my evening outfits either go with one of two bags, my gold one or my black one as well. I could probably get away with just taking the gold one, to be honest with you, but I like my black one as well. And then I've got one bag for during the day as well, which is my crossbody kind of straw one, so that'll go in the case as well. And then I've also got the baby bag that we're traveling with, I'm going to use that as like a kind of like beach pool bag as well. So don't have to pack that in the case. Now, a wee tip for you when you are packing is if you're taking like handbags, you can see these are like quite like structured handbags. So rather than them just sitting empty inside, I stuff my underwear and my socks inside these bags. Like I say, they're quite like bulky anyway, so you're as well like filling the space in there, and that's what I do with that, as I pack my underwear in those. So that's everything pretty much ready to go in the case. I'm going to pop it all in, then we're going to weigh it as well. Actually, I weighed the boys one and I didn't even film it actually, but the boys are sitting at 18 kilograms, so I've actually still got a couple of kilos spare in their one as well. So as well as my clothes, I've also got like my cap, my sunglasses, my straighteners, hairdryer. These can't actually go in the case until after tonight once I've dried my hair. I've got a bag full of like toiletries, cleansers, shampoo, conditioner, stuff like that. And then I also will have my makeup bag as well. Now, this is probably going to be the biggest weight in my case, which is crazy, but I do need all of this stuff as well. And then I've still got my hand luggage to pack as well, but I'm going to have to pack in there like my laptop, my recording equipment, batteries, stuff like that, and I might actually put a couple of pairs of the shoes in there as well, depending how I get on with the case. But let's get the case packed. I'm definitely going to order some more packing cubes because it was so much easier packing the boys' cases, just having like day outfits all together, pajamas all together, etc. in the different like cubes. Most of my stuff will get hung up in the cruise cabin anyway when we get there, but just even packing this just now, I think it'd be much easier in cubes. What I like to do as well when I'm packing my case is I always try and leave like a quarter of my case for my last minute things. So things I know that I'm going to have to put in last minute, like my makeup bag, my hairdryer, my straighteners, etc. So I'll pack this and make sure that I've always got like that wee bit of space left there. So what I think I'm going to do just now actually is just pack. I'm going to bring my makeup bag through and I'm going to try and pack it in here just so that I can weigh it and so that I can decide just now if I'm going to have to put like some shoes and stuff into my hand luggage. So I'm going to go grab that, pack this in, and then I'm going to quickly weigh it. Right, I just checked. I'm at about 22 kilos, so I'm going to have to take a couple of bits and bobs out, definitely, and pop in my hand luggage. So I'm thinking some of the shoes, the straighteners, I think I can travel with them in my hand luggage. And we'll see if we can get this case down to 20. I still have to pack my laptop and stuff in here tomorrow as well, so I can't fill this too much. But I'm going to put a few things in there now and then see what that hand luggage is like. I've also got my Jackson's hand luggage that I could put a few things in if I need to as well. The toiletries are what are weighing the most probably. But right, I just weighed this. This is £4, which is like 1.8 kilos, and then it still leaves me plenty room in there for my laptop and stuff. So I think that should be fine. I might take a couple of dresses or something out if Jackson's got room in his, but I am pretty much done, which is good. So now hopefully we can relax, enjoy, look forward to our holiday. But that's my packing well, packing pretty much finished. Please subscribe to the channel. Please follow along for all of our cruise content. Like I say, we've got loads of cruises coming up this year and I can't wait to share it all with you.